Bones Adams, it's another fight week in Las Vegas. You're one of those core group of guys. You've had a lot of history with Vegas from fighting, being out here for a while. I'm sure that, I don't know if you were around at the fight when Pacquiao beat Ledwaba or around that time. What do you remember?
I was in Big Bird that time when he beat, but I was like ringside, like really close when he fought Marquez the first time.
Okay, what about that fight do you remember?
Oh, it was just man. That was a great fight, and to see him do that to Marquez, then Marquez get up and finish the fight the way he did was remarkable. I mean, on both sides, like both those fighters, man, like if I could be anybody, I'd like to be those guys. Well, that was tremendous.
Got you. At that time, you was having like kind of those fights with like Paulie Ayala, all these memorable fights. Pacquiao was there too. I mean, did you really notice him? What was your thoughts on his as a fighter?
I at 122, I really wanted that fight, and I was trying to get that fight, and I asked for that fight, and they denied me. And at 122, I really felt like I had an opportunity because I knew what he was. He was one-dimensional at that time. But by the time he moved to 26, really by the time he got to 35, he was phenomenal, like almost unbeatable.
Right.
My only chance was at those lighter weights. The lighter he was, the better chance it was. So.
Gotcha. What do you think about the run that he went on? Like you say, 135, he beat David Diaz, De La Hoya. He went on this great run. What was it like for your eyes to watch him do that?
No, it was great. I love seeing fighters like that, and I like to see the best of everybody. And the best is coming out in him and the other, because he's fighting actual like real fighters at the time, kind of like not really in their peak, but yeah, close to their peak and stuff, and destroying them. And his hand speed, his power is just tremendous. And I think that this fight coming up is if he would fight properly, but that's the only thing is like recently, he used to change a lot and revolve. Of recent days, he's been the same fighter. So it's kind of easy to know what you're getting in fighting against.
Got you. What do you think about Yordenis Ugas as a fighter? Are you familiar with him?
I'm very familiar with him. He would come here and train. He was here for probably about a year and a half or so training. That guy, whether he is a fighter or not, he would come in, he would work out, be soaking wet, change clothes, work out again. He was here for like 4 hours, 5 hours a day, just constantly working out, training. Solid guy. That's the reason why he's ready for this Pacquiao fight. He's always ready, always in the gym. Solid, very tough, durable. He wears you down, and he likes to punch when you punch. So that creates a great fight when Manny, because when you catch Manny punch when he's punching, that's going to hurt.
Ismael Salas, what kind of strategy do you think he's coming up with to face a Manny Pacquiao? And as a trainer, what would you do to face a Manny Pacquiao? How do you get ready for that style?
It's very difficult, especially the last minute like they were. But the only thing, like I said, you got to punch when catch him in between punches. The same thing, it took Marquez, though, 4 fights to get that.
Right.
But that's, you got to punch him, because when he jumps in, he's jumping in like this. So you got to get that timing, but the thing is everything's got to be just right, because if he hits you, things can change. So you just got to get that timing just right, but I would probably do like half step back, just enough to get him reaching, half step and shoot. So that's what I would do.
Got you. Now, being a trainer, what is it like? You don't fight anymore, but you stay close to the game. How is it different being a trainer these days?
You know what? At first, I was having difficulty. Then because I wanted to do it all, and still to this day, I can, sometimes I do, but just to show them and understand, because a lot of times, not just tell them, you have to show them and put them through something in order to see it. And but now it just makes me, so happy and satisfied to see these guys go out there and do like Jeremiah Milton when he knocked his guy out on ESPN. That was my right hand. I taught him that right hand and did the throw and the kick. It was just perfect, and I'm just happy to see that people using what I'm teaching. It's just tremendous.
Who are you working with now? Tell me some of the fighters. And
I got Jonnie Rice. Of course, he just had this big,
on ESPN. What was that like for you?
That was on Fox.
Fox. Sorry. What was that like for you? That upset?
I knew that was gonna happen. The only thing with Jonnie was this: it wasn't the skills, it wasn't his shape, but it's all right here. So I finally found a way to break through, and I got through to him, and it worked.
Got you. I was also going to say, just the gym itself, like I remember I came to Vegas over 10 years ago, your gym was here, it's still going. What have been some of the best memories inside of this gym or best fighters you've come across?
You know, just the best memories. One of them is just so funny because just the gym period, it's always great moments, always funny, always exciting. But one of the best, I think one of the best is that some Filipino guys was here, right?
Yeah.
And they were leaving, and Terrence Crawford was just coming up the driveway with me, right?
Yeah.
And they go, hey, can we get a picture with you? Can we get a picture with you? He said, oh yeah, and they kept calling him Earl.
Yeah.
He was like, and he gave him like, he goes, who am I? Earl Spence. He goes, he even took his hat off. He goes, who am I? And then he's like, Earl Spence. He's like, fuck you, and he walked out. That's the funniest thing. He gave him an opportunity though to make it right, but he just couldn't do it. So.
Speaking of Crawford, where does he factor in this? It looks like he might be facing Porter. How would that fight go down? What do you think of that one?
Listen, my whole thing is this: I feel like Porter, he takes too many punches, and one of these days it's gonna accumulate to where it's gonna wear him down. But you never count him out. It's gonna be a tough fight, and he's definitely gonna be in Crawford's face. And if Crawford's not ready for it, then it's gonna be a long night, and he's gonna win.
And Pacquiao, it looks like he might be a free agent after this fight. Do you think he'll go for Spence, because we know Spence has the retina and that it's going to get better, or would he maybe look at Crawford? What do you think about the future?
Who knows? Because I just saw something yesterday said this may be his last fight.
Yeah.
So I mean, who knows? I mean, to him, I think there is the same thing as kind of like Floyd right now. I would think where the money's at. But listen, your legacy's already just be with it. Listen. Floyd did what he had to do in the ring. I don't blame Floyd for doing this. You know what I'm saying? Because the fighters keep fighting and fighting until they lose. They get beat the shit right, and then all these guys, Ali, when they're great like that, just preserve that. If you're gonna have these exhibitions, do what you want to do, make some money, and the fans see you. That's one thing, and I would say do that, but don't have real fights.
Now, speaking of you as a trainer, it got me thinking about Freddie Roach as a trainer. He's a long time with Manny Pacquiao. What do you think about Freddie and what he's done with Manny, and just kind of like how key of a piece he's been to Manny?
Oh man, listen, he was tremendous, especially when he was the lighter weight. You know what I'm saying? When he's lighter weight, and then that's what I was saying. He did a tremendous job. My hats off to him of transforming him into the fighter that he is now, and being able to destroy the bigger guys like he was. But everybody, even it seems like the last 3 years, kind of like stagnant. It's kind of like Manny's Manny. You know what I'm saying? So, but before you used to see big changes at every fight, but now it's just Manny's Manny. I mean, you know, so.
What about people? How can they reach out to you, keep up with the gym and everything?
People can reach out to me on Instagram, bones.adams.boxing, and I think Facebook. Listen, send me a direct message, I will answer you. But other than that, post, other people do it for me. So.
Appreciate you.